Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. This is week 24, and what we're going to be talking about is mock public speaking fair, right? Okay, sorry about the background noise. I know there's a lot. Um, okay, I think I should present this. Um, okay, let's get going. Okay, so essential question. How can we prepare for the final speaking fair? Okay, so I'm going to put the 3 minute timer as usual, and I want you to discuss with a partner, with a friend, anyone in the class on what are your thoughts about this question. So we're going to start 3 minutes right now. Good job, guys, with that. Let's keep moving forward. Okay, so mock public speaking fair, right? Today is different, right? Instead of learning a new skill on public speaking, we are going to be practicing putting everything together. I know like we did a lot of putting together, but I feel like this is just gonna be like the final kind of thing, right? Okay. So today we're gonna focus on competition rules, um, on managing nervousness, organizing ideas quickly, respecting other speakers, giving positive feedback. Treat this like the real event. Okay. Know the rules. Before the competition, make sure you understand how much time you have, what you're expected to speak about, whether notes are allowed, how you learn and leave the speaking area, when the audience should be quiet, how you will be introducing oh my god. Yeah, how you'll be introduced, why. Knowing the rules means you can focus on your speech instead of worrying about what you're supposed to do, right? Okay, so a little less thing to worry about. like speaker etiquette. When it's your turn, before speaking, walk calmly, into position, take a deep breath. Wait until the audience is ready. While speaking, face the audience, speak clearly, follow the same limit. Oh my god, follow the time limit, sorry. Stay focused. After speaking, thank the audience, leave calmly, congratulate the next speaker. Okay. Nervousness is normal, okay? Let me tell you how many times I've been nervous before doing like a big talk. It's been a lot. And it's really not that bad because once you start speaking, it kind of goes away. And like the only thing you kind of care about is not messing up. So the nervousness only lasts until you kind of like start speaking. So trust me on that. And you shouldn't let it get to you because to be honest, everyone messes up. I've messed up so many times. Like one time in a speech, I just stopped 3 times, but it wasn't like a big speech. It was just like a little speech, right? But it's okay because you're still learning, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so before speaking, you might notice your heart beating faster, butterflies in your stomach, shaky hands, your mind going blank. This doesn't mean you're going to do badly. Nervousness is a normal reaction to doing something important. The goal isn't to eliminate nervousness. The goal is to manage it, right? Okay. 10-second reset. Right before you speak, plant your feet, take one slow breath, relax your shoulders, look at your audience, start. Don't spend the entire time thinking, what if I mess up? Think, what do I want my audience to hear? Okay, what if you make a mistake? Okay, guys, you forgot a word. You stumble over a sentence. You lose your place. What do? Stop, breathe, and continue. You don't have to apologize for every little mistake, right? You don't have to restart everything. Most importantly, don't let one mistake become the rest of your speech, right? Like sometimes I mess up. Like even when I'm doing a presentation, I mess up, right? You guys seen it before. Yeah, I'll mess up. It's okay. Everyone messes up, so you don't need to become nervous over that. And I've stumbled over my words when giving an important speech too. It's okay. Think fast. Sometimes you'll have very little preparation time. Use idea, reason, example, idea. What do I think? Reason, why do I think it? Example, can I show what I mean? That's enough to create a clear, short response. Okay, great. Okay, quick thinking challenge, right? You'll get a random topic. You have 15 seconds to prepare, then 3 seconds to speak. Choose one main idea, give one reason, one example. So these are the possible topics. Should school start later? What's the best hobby? What makes someone a good friend? Should students have more free time? What's one skill everyone should learn? So pick a topic. You and your table partner or your partner, anyone in the room, you can pick anyone. Just kind of like do the speech and pick a random topic, and then your partner will kind of give you like an evaluation on that. Okay? So 3 minutes is going to start now. Okay, guys, great job with that. Let's keep going forward. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit slower just so you guys can like understand the key points because I think I go really fast, don't I? I'm sorry. If I go fast, I'm really sorry. Okay. Um so yeah, I'm just gonna go a little bit slower so you guys can understand everything and just like absorb it in, okay? So be the audience you want. When someone else is speaking, make sure you listen, face the speaker, stay quiet, pay attention, encourage them. Avoid talking, laughing at their mistakes, distracting the speaker, making comments while they're speaking. Remember, everyone is practicing, right? So it's really important to listen and face the speaker and stay quiet because to be honest, that makes you a better speaker. Like to be honest, like when I focus on other people's speeches, it makes me realize how many mistakes I make in mine. For example, one time I was sitting in class, right, in my public speaking class, and I saw a guy who was talking too quickly, and you could tell that because he was like gasping for air. Like, he was breathing a little bit too heavily. You know how when you just speak normally, you don't breathe heavily? Like when you're talking to your friend, you don't breathe heavily, right? But if you talk really fast, you start breathing heavily. And that's what I realized. So sometimes when I start breathing heavily, I know that I need to, like, you know, take it down a notch. And even like I'm doing that right now because I'm like kind of breathing heavily, but it's okay because I'm trying to kind of minimize it. So that's kind of what you need to do. And also, um, when you like pay attention, you can see the gestures that they're using. Like the gestures, like, oh, they used this. This was really nice. And also sometimes, the people's hooks are really interesting. Cause one time I gave a speech about like consistency, right? And it's about like how everyone, if they stay consistent, they can get to their goals. And my introduction, I'm gonna say it to you guys, okay? And I want you guys to rate it, okay? Because this one is kind of an introduction that no one I've seen in my speech class kind of do. And it's like a good intro. So I'm just gonna say it. Before I begin, I'd like everyone to do something for me. If you're comfortable, close your eyes. Now imagine this. It's 20 years from today. You're older, life has moved on. You still live in the same house, drive the same route, and wonder where all the years have went. Think about a dream you have today. Maybe it's becoming a doctor, an artist, a nurse, a musician, or maybe becoming a better version of yourself. Now imagine that dream never happened. Not because someone told you no. Not because you weren't smart enough. Not because you weren't talented enough. That dream never happened because every single day you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next month. Next month became next year. And before you knew it, 20 years had passed. See that hook? That hook made you close your eyes and visualize a reality, a future, if you didn't go and push towards your goals. So that's kind of going to tie into consistency because my speech is about being consistent with every single day goals, right? So that's when I kind of build up on it. So those are like really good things, okay? So what does respect look like? Imagine you're speaking and someone in the audience, imagine you're speaking and someone in the audience, scenario A, whispers to their friend. Scenario B, looks at you, listens, stays quiet. Which audience would make you feel more comfortable? That's the kind of audience you want to create. So I'm going to give you about a minute to kind of reflect on this, and then we can keep on going. Okay? So I'm going to give you a minute. I'm just going to put it on my phone, the timer, and we can just meet back later. Okay. So, yeah, you guys can start whenever. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna cut short a little bit right there because I don't think it should be taking you that long. So I hope you said scenario B because scenario B is the one where you feel heard. Like if you're speaking and you see someone looking at you, for me, it makes me more confident about my speech. It feels like more people are listening and more people are agreeing to what I say. Like, for example, if you were giving a speech and I was like nodding my head, because I always do that because it helps me and I think it would help other speakers. Like, yeah, you make sense. Even if you're messing up, you can still make sense and give clarity. So I just want to, if you guys like are in the audience and like it's not your turn speaking, then nod your head and be like, yeah, no, I agree with you. And that's like a good thing because it makes other people more confident, because it really makes me more confident. Okay, feedback that helps. Okay, after someone speaks, don't just say, good job. Be specific. Try, I liked how you blank. One thing that stood out to me was blank. You did a good job with blank. Specific feedback helps speakers understand what they're already doing well. Let's go back to the time when I gave the speech about consistency. Sorry. Okay, so when I gave my speech about consistency, the hook was really, really good, right? And a lot of people complimented me on that because it's a hook that's making you imagine a future. And it's making you imagine what your reality could look like if you don't stay consistent. And it helps you kind of see your future without really like seeing it, because you can still make make changes in your future. And a lot of people said it was a good hook. So make your hook like stand out. Like don't just like give a question um like don't just formulate a question and use that as your hook. That's very common. Everyone does it. Do something like how I did, like a visual scenario where you make everyone close their eyes and imagine something. Because let me tell you that it really makes a big difference, because a lot of people don't do the close your eyes and think about scenario. Okay. Glow, one grow. Okay. So after a speaker finishes glow, one thing that they did really well, this is kind of like a review from the last slide, and one thing that they could work on. For example, your eye contact made me feel included. Grow. You should slow down a little bit during your main point. Be kind, be specific, be helpful. Like a lot of people, what they told me about is, hey, your hook or your gestures was really good, but maybe you should memorize your speech a bit more so that you don't like stumble over your words. Because sometimes I do that because I speak a little bit too quickly to formulate my ideas in time. So it's always important to speak slow, because if you speak slow, you know what you're talking and you have enough time to think about what you're going to say next, right? And impromptu, it's really good. So in impromptu, just like take a few seconds, right? Take a few seconds to acknowledge like the idea, like the idea of what you're going to be speaking about, and then like kind of just like speak um kind of like slowly, because it's going to help you formulate like your ideas, because I'm talking from the top of my head right now, right? I didn't write this down on the slide. Well, this part I did, but the other parts I'm just speaking about what my tips are, right? So that's kind of like impromptu, but it's not in a speaking format. Okay, it's time. So each speaker will receive a topic, prepare, come to the speaking area. Okay, deliver a speech, receive feedback, audience members listen, stay quiet, take notes, give positive feedback, treat this like the real event. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pick a topic, right? I want you guys to speak about something that you're comfortable with, and then just like, we're not gonna do like the whole get up, because that's just gonna take too long. So just do this activity with like your partner, like anyone like in the class, like pick a person and just kind of do this with them. I'm gonna put a 3-minute timer again. I didn't put one on the slide. I kind of forgot. Okay, so I can just put a 3-minute timer for you guys, and you guys can start right now. Okay, guys, the 3-minute timer is done. Okay, so I hope that you guys both like, or the whole class technically, had enough time to do that with their partner. Great job with that, guys. Okay, yeah, and that should be basic. Oh, okay, that's obnoxious. Okay, so here are the third two. Okay, I don't know why that's repeating. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so these are the 3rd to 5th grade prompts, and these are the 6th to 8th grade prompts. Okay, I don't know why those are in the middle of the slides. Okay, I'm sorry. Please ignore that. Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't know why those are there. Okay, so, speaker checklist. Before you begin, do you know your topic? Do you have one main idea? Do you have a reason? Do I have an example? Am I standing confidently? Can everyone hear me? Am I making eye contact? Am I watching my time? Breathe. You've practiced this. Okay, so this is kind of what you need as a checklist. Okay, when you're gonna give your speech, the fair. Okay, so yeah, so audience feedback. You guys should be doing this when or you're at the fair because it's really helpful, and people like some people might want to continue public speaking like after giving like this event, right? Because it's pretty fun. Like, trust me, if you want to give a speech on a topic that you really care about, it's really fun, right? Okay, final reflection. Okay, after your mock fair, think what went well, what made me nervous, what skill helped me the most, what do I want to practice before the real fair. Okay, you're almost ready. Okay, before the real speaking fair, remember, organize, Know your main idea. Breathe. Don't let nerves control you. Speak. Use everything you practice. Respect. Support the other speakers. Encourage. Help everyone become better as speakers. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be prepared, present, and willing to try. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so you guys should, yeah, so you guys should be doing all these because it's really helpful, and trust me, I wouldn't put it on the slides if it wasn't helpful. Okay, from my public speaking experience, I felt like organizing your ideas before you give an impromptu is always so helpful, and also like having like things that um really resemble you as a speaker or resemble you as a person, because if you put life examples, like some things that happen in your life, a lot of people will connect to them, like me, like anyone could connect to them in some sort of way, because it can be possible, right? And people can connect with you, and that's the beauty of public speaking. You can build an alliance for something that you care about with other people who are the exact same. So that's it. Okay, thank you. And now we're gonna go back to that. Okay, so here are kind of the impromptu speeches for this week. I didn't put acting because acting is kind of like we're done with that, because gestures is like we don't need it anymore. The impromptu is the best one to practice. So the prepared speeches should be going this week, and the acting and impromptu can just combine. Okay, so that is kind of it, and I'm just gonna go back to the thank you slide. So thank you guys, everyone. That was great. Today was so fun, and I hope you learned a thing or two. Some tips from me especially, and any of like the notes. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Okay, bye everyone. See you guys next